Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarini Jayo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, and welcome all the devotees to the online classes from ISKCON Mangaluru, so level 2 classes. Until yesterday, we covered chapter 10, isn't it? So we saw the Lord's opulences, right? And we saw at the end, the Lord says that after describing all his opulences, right, saying that he is the best of everything, isn't it? And then those he actually discussed only a handful of them because his opulences are unlimited, isn't it? And then he says, after describing the whole chapter, at the end, he says that, so with a single fragment of myself, right, I pervade and support the whole universe, isn't it? So he says that it's only a small single fragment of his energy. He can actually do that, right? So although he is driving Arjuna's chariot, right? And then he is supporting the whole universes, right? So now we'll see. So how Arjuna is going to take this forward, okay? So until now he has heard the opulences, isn't it? So he has heard all the opulences, and then he did agree, saying that Param Brahma, Param Dhama, isn't it? So, and now we'll see what is his next questions, and then so what is he actually asking the Lord, isn't it? So, what is he going to ask now, right? And then what is the Lord actually going to showcase him, right? So we'll see all those things. The story unfolds now in chapter 11. Yeah. So this we went in, yeah. So that's fine. So here, right? So this is what has been mentioned, right? So with a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support Arjuna. So now what happens is Arjuna will actually ask the Lord, saying that I want to see, say whatever you have spoken, right? So now I want to see the practicals. Okay. So until that you said that you are the best of everything, so everything emanates from you. So all these things, right? So now in this chapter, Arjuna will ask Lord Krishna to show him, right? So he'll say that, so can you actually help me to show the form also, right? So the cosmic form. So we'll see how that happens. So that doesn't happen directly, but yeah, so there are few conversations which happen, and then post that happens. Okay. So Arjuna requests and Krishna describe Krishna's description of his universal form. So the first, basically, the first 10 verses goes into it. Okay. And then on, the descriptions will start, and then it will continue until 34. Okay. From say 10 to 34. Okay. So it will be all the description of Vishwarupa, and then we'll see Arjuna's prayers, right? And then we'll see what at the end again. This chapter will wind up with Bhakti Yoga. Okay. So now, as usual, this chapter starts with Arjuna's question. Okay. So now Arjuna is saying, I have heard your instruction on confidential spiritual matters which you have so kindly delivered on to me, and my illusion is now dispelled. Okay. Say this is Arjuna Vacha. Madanugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samagnitam yatvayaktam vachastena mohoyam vigato mama. So he says that my illusion is now dispelled. So what is that illusion? Can anyone tell? What illusion did? What illusion of Arjuna got dispelled? So any guesses? If you
Anything material, Prabhuji? Material, he was under material illusion, so that got dispelled.
okay, any other things? You can even type in the chat also. So if you feel that you don't want to speak, that's okay. That's one way. Okay. So what is that which got dispelled is the about Krishna saying that so he is not an ordinary friend or human being, right? So the person who is actually who is interacting with Arjuna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So his illusion is dispelled. So that is what the illusion. Okay. So until then he was actually thinking him to be a friend. So and then he actually took the place of a disciple, right? After taking the disciple, when Krishna gave all the instructions, and then so when it came to the chapter 9 from 7 onwards, so Arjuna has understood that so he's none other than the supreme personality of Godhead, and he's not an ordinary human being. Right? So that thing is cleared. Okay. I said Arjuna illusion is remembered, is actually removed. Okay. So actually, Arjuna recognizes the power that the power by power of Krishna's grace, which is the illusion dispelled. Okay. So this thing, same thing. So now Arjuna continues. He says that, "O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity, as realized through your inexhaustible glories." Okay. So he has heard. O great of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see here before me your actual position, I yet to wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. Right? So he says that it's okay. So I know, I understood, but still I want to see. I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. Okay. So one thing here, when Arjuna knew, isn't it? So when Arjuna knew that Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and then say everything originates from him, right? So then why is he asking to show the form?
So
Any
that
answers? Hmm?
Prabhuji, so that we could also witness or we could also hear about his universal form.
Yeah, correct. Shubhra Mataji, any other take on from your side on this?
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare
I
Krishna.
could not listen the question. Prabhu. Can you repeat?
So my question was, why is Arjuna asking Lord Krishna to show the universal form? Because by this time he has understood that Krishna is none other than the supreme personality of Godhead, isn't it? So by hearing the
Yes,
appearances, he says that you are Param Brahma, you are Param Dhamma, everything he confirms in the shloka also, right?
yes, Prabhuji.
So why is
So,
he asking?
to like for all other living beings to just confirm them Lord Krishna only can show the universal form and none other than him. So like in the Kali Yuga, everybody will be like always in means he always are in suspecting each and everybody. So who is God?
Yeah,
Nobody knows. So Arjuna is only becoming a medium here and asking Lord to show his universal form, and he only can show the universal form, none other than Lord Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So yeah, so I'll sum up both the answers. Okay. So Arjuna is actually asking for the next generations. Okay. The thing is, this question may come for the others also, right? So saying that, see, I've heard everything, but you didn't see, isn't it? So did you see, right? So because most of this Kali Yuga, most of the people will say that, so yeah, you have to witness it, isn't it? And then the other thing which Maharaj touch based is like in Kali Yuga, there will be so many imposters coming in. Okay. Who will be saying that I'm God. Okay. So if anyone happens, right, he says that I'm God. So usually if you see, right, so and none of our acharyas will say that I'm God. No one will say. So everyone will say that I'm servant of God. Okay. So that's the beauty of our movement. Okay. So even Prabhupada, right? So he never said that he's God. He said that he is a servant of the God, right? So and even he was actually mentioning that there are three classes of men, and then when a question was being asked, saying that so first class, second class, third class, when a question was asked from the audience saying that are you in the first class because you're sitting on Vyasasana, then he said that I'm the servant of the third class. Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah. So anyone who comes in, any imposter, right, who comes in and then says that, okay, so I'm God. So the first thing um, you can ask him. Okay. So anyone can ask him to show him the Vishwarupa. Okay. So if he's God, then he should be able to show the Vishwarupa, isn't it? So if he's able to show, then he is God. Okay. So that's one take. Okay. And then post that we'll see. So, and what all forms one has to show in, okay, to become a god. Okay. So in Kali Yuga, there will be even till now you might have seen there are a lot of gods who appeared, right? And then they even go to the hospitals and die. Yeah. So that's the way. And then the next question is he's saying, if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic powers, then kindly show me that universal self. Okay. So and then he's saying that if you think that I am capable, okay, and then I can actually withstand the form. Okay, so he's requesting, and then he's actually submissive also. He's submitting and then he's asking. If you think that I am qualified only, Krishna, so right. So he's saying that if at all you think that I have got the ability, and then if I have got that qualifications wherein I can actually see the Vishwarupa, then kindly show me. Okay. So he's not ordering, saying that you're spoken now, you show me. No ordering. Eh? He's actually requesting, and then he's saying, even in a request, he's not demanding, saying that you'll have to show me. because you have spoken until now, then you show me. It's not that way. She's saying that if you like, if I can withstand it. Okay. Okay, sorry. We'll have to go here. So basically, so this is what, right? To convince, so this is the answer, right? To convince others, he does not have any personal desire and is complete. So why Arjuna requests, okay, Krishna to show his original form? One is to establish the divinity of Krishna for all, right? And then second one is to convince others, yeah? And then to avoid imposters. That's the one which we spoke, right? He wants to set a criteria for in the future there will be so many imposters who will pose as an incarnation. Okay. Arjuna wants to substantiate Krishna's statement that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically but actually shows his form. So he is practical example also. Theory is done, now see the practical example. eh? Arjuna pleads and does not order to see Krishna's form. Okay, so qualification to see forms, Lord, is only by revelation by the mercy of the Lord. So if the Lord actually shows the mercy, then only. So he's requesting. Okay, so it's so now Krishna is a chariot driver, and then Arjuna is actually fighting, and then he's not ordering, right? So, and then Lord is actually his addressed as Yogeshwar in this particular uh, text. Yeah? So, not possible by mental speculations or perception by mental senses. So, these things will not be possible. So, only through the mercy of the Lord. Okay. Now, the Lord says, okay, now Krishna says, the blessed Lord said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Partha, behold now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of varied divine forms, multicolored like the sea. Okay, so he says that, behold Arjuna. Okay, and then he says that, O best of Bharatas, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwinis, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before. Okay, so he's actually saying, he's actually giving him glimpses. It is good to have some knowledge, right? So it's like while we are attending any meeting, if we know the agenda, then okay, we can connect it better into the meeting, right? And it's very difficult if there is an agenda-less meeting and then there is an unknown person who sends an invite, isn't it? So, but here Krishna is actually setting little bit of context so that Arjuna can actually withhold the universal form, because that is going to be unlimited, right? So it is voracious. So it's so the form will read through, right? So it has got unlimited heads, unlimited bellies, right? So unlimited arms. So that way. So whatever you wish to see can see all at once in this body. The universal form can show you that you now desire, as well as what you may desire in the future. Okay. So this is this is something um, which is mind-boggling, right? So where the Lord says that universal form can show you all that you now desire. So whatever you are desiring now, and then it will show you the desire of the future also. Okay, it is going to show you the what is going to happen in the future. Everything here, everything is here completely. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I have to give you the divine eyes. Okay, by which you can behold my mystic opulences. Okay, so he's saying that. So I'll have to give you the divine eyes. Okay, so with the present eyes, he cannot see. So Arjuna's eyes are one level high, actually. So Arjuna is having prema chakshu. Okay. So wherein, say, he is actually looking. So his bhava with the Lord is at the prema stage. So he's having an elevated eyes. But to see this particular form, his eyes, right? So they are getting degraded one step to get the divine eyes. Okay. And then what eyes we have got? We have got charma chakshus. Okay. So for us, there should be an elevation. Okay. Uh, so to see universal form, we should get the divine eyes. Okay. And then to actually look in the other form, right? So the prema form, so anyhow, so that's different things, and that's the highest one. So we will not get in. Okay.
Prabhuji, what do you
Mm.
mean by Charma Chaksha?
Charma chakshu is what skin, it's a normal one, right? So which doesn't have any divinity in our eyes.
Okay, okay.
So what do we can see? So if we go to the temple, we see the deities. Are we able to see the Lord? No, right? So even if we go to any holy place, right? Um, so we go to the holy place, and then a lot of Maharajas and Prabhujis will come and tell about the significance of that place and all, right? So, but we can't. We only see through our own material eyes, say, because we don't have that divinity. So, if anyone has that divinity, then they can actually see them. Okay. So now he says that I'm giving you the Divya Chakshus. Okay. So he's giving the glasses. So in even in material life, to see a 3D movie, we need an glass, isn't it? So this is Lord's darshan. So Arjuna is being given with the divine eyes. Okay. So he's able to, now he will see. Okay. No one has ever seen. So this is done vision. Okay. This is divine vision. Now the actual action starts. You see? Sanjaya. Now Sanjaya is actually describing these things to Dhritarashtra. Mhm. Sanjaya said, "O king, speaking thus the supreme, the Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Evam yuktva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro harihi darshayam darshayamasa parthaya paramam rupam aishwaram." So he has shown it. Okay. And then you see how Dhritarashtra is frightened, or he's so eager, right? Because now the whole story will get revealed to him. Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths and unlimited eyes. Yeah. It was all wondrous. Okay. The form was decorated with divine, dazzling ornaments and arrayed in many garbs. He was garlanded gloriously, and there were many scents smeared over his body. All was magnificent, all expanding, unlimited. This was seen by Arjuna. You see, now Arjuna has got the vision, and then he's seeing the Vishwarupa. So you see many eyes, right? So many heads, so unlimited, right? It's unlimited eyes to see, isn't it? So, and then everything is dazzling. and then garlands, right? If hundreds of thousands of sun rose up at once in the sky, they might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Personality in the universal form. So you see how effulgent was that this one Vishwarupa. You see, so he's saying that thousands of sun rose up at once in the sky. So not one, we can't even see one sky, one sun sky. Yeah? And they might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Personality of the Supreme Person in the universal form. That's the reason in Krishna Loka there is no need of sunlight, electricity, and anything because everything is so effulgent there. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. So he could see everything in one place. You see, Lord Brahma also he could see so many people. Then bewildered and astonished, his hairs standing one end on end, Arjuna began to pray with folded hands, offering obeisances to the Lord. So after seeing this, right, so Arjuna's mood will change. Okay, so basically, until now, say he was in the at least he surrendered, right? So he was more or less he was like the friend. Okay, and then he surrendered him to be a guru, but still he was actually considering him at least in that friendly relation. Okay, so now he got wonderstruck. Okay, and there are different kinds of rasas actually. So 5 are basic, and then in addition to that, we have got other 7 also. Altogether 13. Okay, so he was actually having this friendly relationship, right? So these are the chief. Okay, in addition to that, there are 7 indirect. Okay, so in this we know that the chivalry is Bhishma Pitama, right? So now he went into this Adbhuta stage. Okay, he is actually into this, and then he'll get into Bhaya. Okay, after some time he'll get into the Bhaya. Okay, we'll see through that. Arjuna speaks his realization of the universal form. So now, after seeing this, right, he says, Arjuna said, "Oh my Lord, I see assembled together in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower." Okay, so we saw, right? As well as Lord Shiva and many sages and divine serpents. So he could see, so he's not, what 3-dimensional, more than that, yeah? Any dimensional you can think of. So he's saying, I could see all these things in one place, right? O Lord of the universe, I see in your universal body many, many forms, bellies, mouths, eyes, expanded without limit. There is no end, no beginning, and there is no middle to all this. So it is like wherever he is seeing, right? He is not able to find in whichever way, either ways he is not able to see the whole picture. So it's all unlimited. Your form adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, which is fiery and immeasurable like the sun. So even though he has got the divine Divya Chakshu, even that is saying that it is very difficult to sustain this form, and then it is glaring. Okay. So he says that you are the supreme primal objective, right? You are the best in all the universes. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of religion, the eternal personality of Godhead. You are the origin without beginning, middle, or end. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are among your great unlimited eyes. By your own radiance, you are heating this entire universe. So he's saying, right? So what will happen to us? So for example, say if you are at Arjuna's place, right? So what would it look like? Say somebody, say not somebody, say you get to get the vision to see the universal form. So how will it be?
Maybe we will faint, Prabhuji, because Arjuna could not stand it. Then I don't think we will be able to. At least not me.
Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it? So we can't visualize even after telling so many things and then after adding so many visual treats. So it's very difficult. Yeah. So could be. Yeah. So at least we can't be told. You are the origin without beginning, middle, or end. You have numberless arms, right? Okay, so we saw this. Okay. You see. So fire is emanating, right? So it's all coming out. Although you are one, you are spread throughout the sky and the planets and all spaces between, O great one. As I behold this terrible form, I see that all planetary systems are perplexed. Yeah. Although the demigods are surrendering and entering into you, they are very much afraid, and with folded hands, they are singing the Vedic hymns. So he's saying that there are a lot of devatas who are actually singing with folded hands, right? So they're singing the Vedic hymns in that form. All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwadevas, the two Ashvis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. So everyone is wonderstruck with this form, right? O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your many faces, eyes, arms, bellies, and legs, and your terrible teeth, right? And as they are disturbed, so am I. So everyone is disturbed by seeing this Rupa, the Vishwarupa of the Lord, right? So it is, oh, all pervading Vishnu, I can no longer maintain my equilibrium. Okay. Seeing your radiant colors fill the skies and beholding your eyes and mouths, I am afraid. So you see, so he has become is now fearful. So that is going to happen, right? So what will happen? So all of a sudden, if we see this type of presentation which comes in through, right? So it's very difficult, right? So wherein Arjuna has seen so many wars, he has fought so many wars, he has, so it's not new to him. Okay, so but for still for him this was unbearable. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings and Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, and all other soldiers are rushing into your mouth, their heads smashed by your fearful teeth. I see that some are being crushed between your teeth as well, right? So this is future. Lord said, right? So you'll be able to see what you desire now, and then what you'd like to see in the future. Say all this Kuru dynasty, right? The Kauravas, so they are being annihilated, right? So they are actually getting crushed in the teeth. All Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all the soldiers, right? So that's what he could see in the Vishwarupa. So he could see that this is happening, right? So as the rivers flow into the sea, so all these great warriors enter your blazing mouths and perish. So that's how. So everything is entering into the mouth. You see, so all this they are entering. I see all people rushing full speed in your mouth as moths dash to the destruction in a blazing fire. So as moths, so we know, right? So whenever there is fire, then the moths get actually attracted towards the fire. And then what happens? They die. Similarly, here he's giving that analogy, and then he's saying that everyone, I see that all the opponent soldiers, right? So they are actually getting distracted. Oh Vishnu, I see you're devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universes with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. So he says that you are actually devouring. So this is what the future is, right? So in the battle of Kurukshetra, so that was the plan of the Lord, isn't it? So the plan was to actually bring all the miscreants to the opponent side, right? And then kill them, right? So the and to establish dharma. So this is going to happen in the future. So and then we'll see. So now now Lord will ask. Now actually, sorry, Arjuna will ask to Lord, saying that, "Who are you? So what is your mission?" Okay. So by after seeing all these things, right, he says, "Oh Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who are you?" Right? He's asking, tell me, and I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primeval Lord. I want to know about you, for I don't know what your mission is. Okay. So he's asking after looking at all this ferocious and then unlimited form of the Lord, right? He's asking, say, who are you actually? Say, and he's saying he's totally fearful, and then he's asking, what is your mission? Okay. And then the Lord will say, I am Kalosmin. Right. So now he'll say, I am the devouring time. Okay. We'll see those slokas will come in, and then we'll go through them. So Arjuna is in great fear asks two questions. Okay. So who are you? What is your mission? Arjuna knew Krishna as his friend and supreme personality of Godhead, but he was puzzled by various forms exhibited by Krishna. So in this, right? So that's the reason he is asking. So what is your agenda, or so what is your mission? Right? He says, Kalosmin, right? Kalosmin lokakshayakrit. Time I am become my instrument. So now he'll say that become nimitta matrena, right? So that thing will come in. He says that the blessed Lord said, time I am the destroyer of the worlds, and I have come to engage all people with exceptions of you, the Pandavas. So he's saying that except Pandavas, right, they have except the Pandavas, and the Pandava side, so the opponent is all going to get crushed. Yeah. And then he says that become an instrument. Okay. So he's saying that, so he have seen in the Vishwarupa that I am going to annihilate. Okay. So none of these opponents will be there. So whoever are adharmic, right? So they are all going to be killed. Okay. He's saying, so become an instrument. So now I've shown you that I'm going to anyhow devour them, right? So so Lord Krishna is saying, become an instrument, right? So he's saying that nimitta matrena, okay, bhavasachin. Okay, so he's saying that become an instrument, right? And kill them, right? So in that way, so you take the credit, right? So anyhow, I will annihilate. Annihilation is going to happen. Okay. So it is wise for you to actually kill them on the battlefield and then take the credit. Okay. So actually, all this arrangement of the battle and the killing of them, all these things, who has done? Lord has only done. But you see, the Lord is not taking any credit. He's saying, it's Arjuna, it is yours credit. Kill become an instrument and take the credit, right? So he's saying, therefore, get up, prepare to fight, right? After conquering your enemies, you will enjoy the flourishing kingdom. Okay. So he's saying that you'll enjoy the flourishing kingdom. Okay. They are already put to death by my arrangement and you. Okay. So he's saying that they are already put to death by my arrangement. And you, oh Savyasachin, can be an instrument in this fight. So he's saying that become a nimitta matrena savasachin. Okay. Why is here Arjuna referred as Savyasachi? Any thoughts?
What is the meaning of Sabyasachi, Prabhuji?
That's what I'm asking. Anyone knows? So whom do we call Savyasachi? No? Shubhra Mataji, you want to give a try?
Prabhuji, no idea about that.
Okay. So basically, it is for one who can fight with two hands, both left and right. Okay. So Arjuna had got the capabilities wherein he can shoot the arrows with both the hands. So basically, what happens in the battlefield, right? So either we are in one-handed, right? So either you can most of us even live about the. So this is about the battlefield, right? So in the battlefield, you could actually shoot the arrows both using the left and right arms. So, right? So for us, writing itself is a nice nightmare, isn't it? So with if somebody is habituated of left, if you ask him to write with right hand, so it's gone. But so he was capable. That's the reason he's called Sabyasachi. So Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, and other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. He's saying all those have gone. Therefore, kill them and do not be disturbed. Simply fight, and you will vanquish your enemies in battlefield. So he's saying that you just go ahead, you surrender, and then you actually do your bit, right? So he says that mission to destroy everything all except so from the side of Pandavas indicates even if Arjuna did not want to fight, they'll die anyway. Okay, that's the thing. Sabyasachi is nothing but who can actually that is who can actually fight with left and right hand. Okay, and then he's saying become an instrument. Okay, and then Lord's plan is very specific, right? So Arjuna, and then he's saying that get the credit and then enjoy the kingdom, right? He says, become my instrument, fight and win the glory. That's what the same thing, right? So you'll have to become victorious and enjoy the kingdom. So Krishna says, so this is my plan, isn't it? So even in this verse, he says that victory will be yours. Okay. So that's done. Now the Vishwarupa form is done, and then he has asked the question saying that who are you? Then he gets the answer that I'm Kala, isn't it? And then now we'll see that Arjuna actually prays. Okay. So he went into different rasas, right? From friendship, he went to wonder state, and then some wonder state he become fearful. Okay. So now we'll see what goes in. Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna trembled, fearfully offered obeisances with folded hands and began flattering to speak as follows. And then you'll see that he'll actually bow down to Krishna so many times. Okay. In all directions. So now Sanjaya is actually telling to Dhritarashtra. So Dhritarashtra's entry, so we saw in first sloka, and after that here, right? So in 11th chapter, again with Sanjaya. O Rishikesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done, right? So basically, this is the thing, right? So the demons cannot withstand, isn't it? So examples are what? Kamsa, Shishupal, and all this, right? Duryodhana. O great one who stands above even Brahma, you are the original master. Why should they not offer their homage unto you, O limitless one, O refugee of the universe? You are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. So he's saying that you are above Brahma. Because Brahma was born from the navel of the Lord, isn't it? So he's saying that you are above, you are original. Right? You are the original personality, the Godhead. You are the only sanctuary of the manifested cosmic world. You know everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are above the material modes, all limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. Okay. So you are the air and you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, you are the moon, you are Brahma, the first living uh, being creature, and you are the great grandfather. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times and again, right? Obeisances is, to you from front, behind, and from all sides. Okay, so he's totally bewildered. He's saying that he's praying. You see how many times he's praying, and then he's again and again he's praying, and then he's saying that obeisances from all the sides. You are the master of the limitless, okay, might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. He says that you are everything, Krishna. So Arjuna prays, right? So now you see, so Arjuna is actually repenting. So he's saying that in the past I have addressed you as O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend. So unknowingly, right? So because he didn't knew. So about Krishna, right? So he was thinking, he knew that Krishna is powerful, and then all those things he knew, but he didn't knew Krishna to be the source of everything, isn't it? So in the past, say when they were like friends, right? So they used to actually eat together, and then they used to sleep, right, together, and so all these things, right? So because they were nephews, right? So they used to play, and then at that time, right, jokingly, so Arjuna actually it happens, right? So when it's between two friends, so we actually pull legs, or so we actually deal with them very informally, right? Saying that some thing, right? So here, so he has at times he had actually referred Krishna as oh Yadava and all those things. Okay, oh my friend Osaka or something, without knowing your glories. Please forgive me whatever I have done in madness or in love. So he's asking, he's begging for forgiveness after seeing this Rupa, right? So he's saying that, so if forgive me, so whatever I have actually done in the past with you, which is unknowingly, right? I have dishonored you many times while relaxing or while lying on the same bed or eating together. So it happens, right? So in that case, so when they were having leisure time and all these things, right? So when they were relaxing and all those things, right? So they were, he was actually say jokingly, and then all those things go on. And sometimes alone, and sometimes in front of many friends. He's excused me for all my offenses. So he's asking, he's begging, so to be merciful, okay, to the Lord, because he's actually totally fearful. And then you'll see, so what is going to ask now? Okay. So you are the father of the complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are in the worship. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds? Oh, Lord of immeasurable powers. Okay, so he's saying that nobody is equal to you. Okay. So he says that you are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. Okay, so he's now asking for mercy. Okay, say he glorified. Okay, first thing. So and then he actually um, uh, prayed, right? And then he actually uh, apologized for what he did, isn't it? And then now you'll see what he's going to ask. Okay, so that is how the prayers go on. Okay, so he's saying, as a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the impudence of a friend, or a husband of the family of the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done to you. So he's saying that you should consider me in this way, right? So please forgive me as a son. Okay. So at times the son may do some mischief, but the father will actually be merciful, isn't it? So he's saying that so you should actually allow me in that category, right? So even in between husband and wife and then friends also, right? So sometimes there'll be some slippages and then they'll actually ignore that, isn't it? So now you see what Arjuna asks after seeing this furious form, right? Of this unlimited form. After seeing the universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. So saying that I'm glad that you showed me all these things, but now I'm fearful. Okay. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. Okay. So he's saying that so you have shown this particular form on my request, and then I've seen, and then I'm very thankful. He has prayed everything, and then now he says that please gracefully show me your. So the pleasure part of yours, okay. So, and then now you'll see Arjuna will ask him to actually show the four-handed form. Okay, first he'll request him to show him the four-handed form, okay, the Narayana form, and then he'll say that the two-handed form. Okay, so first one is Narayana form four-handed, and then two-handed form is Sham Sundar form. Okay, so now he'll ask, okay, he's asking for these things. Okay, request to withdraw the fearsome form and reveal the form as personality of Godhead. So he's asking, okay, so to actually show the form, right? So universal form. So he's actually seen through, and then so now he doesn't want to see it anymore. Okay, so if you look right, joyful because he is gladdened by knowing his friend's opulence as supreme personality of Godhead and his ability to show the. That's why he is gladdened, and then afraid because of many offenses committed. Okay. And then the other thing to know is that this universal form which is being shown, right, that is temporary. Okay. And the eternal forms are the Sham Sundara. Sham Sundara form is the topmost one. Okay. And the Narayana form, right? So in the Vaikunthas, it is Narayana form. Okay. So that's the reason, right? So, and then even it is impractical to worship the Vishwarupa, right? So how can you worship? The form itself is so big. Um, so he says that, "Oh universal form, oh thousand armed Lord, I wish to see you in four armed form." Okay. With helmeted head and club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. So he's saying that enough. So I want to see you back. Okay. So this means that Arjuna is fully so whatever he wanted to see, right? He has seen, and then say, now he's liking the 400 and 200 form in comparison to the uh, Vishwarupa, right? So that's the request, so which comes in from Arjuna. And then you see the same Lord, isn't it? So Krishna, who was sitting besides Arjuna as a charioteer, he showed the Vishwarupa. Now he's showing the 400 form and again the 200 form. So that's the reason he is Bhagavan, right? You see? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Oh, my dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you my happily have I shown you by my internal potency the supreme universal form, okay, with the material world. No one before you has even seen the primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. Okay. O best of Kuru warriors, no one before you have ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas nor by performing sacrifices. So none of them could see all this particular form. Nor by charities or similar activities can this form be seen. Only you have seen this. So after that, the Lord actually shows his four-handed form as Narayana. Right? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma. So this is our Paramatma form. Okay. And then you have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can see the form you desire. So you see? So again, he comes back to the Sham Sundara form. So Sham Sundara form is the two-handed form with the flute, right? Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, while speaking thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form, and at last he showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So that's how universal form. It was fearful as he requested Paramatma form, and then two-handed form. So the best of them is Sham Sundara form. Okay. Sham Sundara form, even the Devatas longed for it. Okay. So there are so many sages, so many Devatas, they are not able to see the two-handed form of the Lord. So it is very, very, very guhyam. Okay. It's very confidential. Only the pure devotees of the Lord have entry to actually play with him and then to be in a part of him. Okay. So only the purest devotees will get that liberation, so wherein they can see Krishna in two-handed form. Krishna shows transcendental four-armed form, then two-armed form, Soumya Rupa. Okay. So it is very beautiful form. Okay. This is the most beautiful form. Okay. Who can see this form? Only one whose eyes are smeared with ointment of love can see the beautiful form. One should have prema bhakti. Krishna shows this form because he knows Arjuna's ultimate interest is not even for the four-handed form. So even the devotees, right? So they are not interested in Narayana form. So this particular incident, so we can actually go if you have read Krishna book, right? So therein, when the gopis were dancing with Lord Krishna, isn't it? So the gopis get a little bit puffed up. Okay. So seeing that the Lord will actually disappear at once for some time. And then say while because the Lord has disappeared, right? So the gopis will go mad and then they'll be searching him in the forest. And then the Lord will actually take the four-handed form as Narayana. So the gopis will actually pay dandavats to the four-handed form and then they'll ignore and then they'll move on because they are interested in the two-handed form. Okay. So all the pure devotees, right? So they want to serve the Lord in his two-handed form. So even this, the same thing. So wherein Krishna appears to Vasudeva and Devaki as four-handed Narayana, and then he transformed into an ordinary child. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by the means that one can see me as I am. So nobody can see. So with doing charity and all these things, it will not be done. So even you do so many tapasyas, unless you have devotion, right? So you cannot see it. So universal form may be seen by adding a tinge of bhakti to activities. Okay, penances. Tinge of bhakti is enough to see universal form. Okay. But Krishna's two-handed form is more difficult. So you see, even the devatas, Lord Brahma, say they they long to see it. Okay, so it's very difficult to see Lord in this particular Sham Sundara form. Okay, now he says, at last, Krishna will conclude with bhakti, isn't it? So he'll say that Bhaktya tva ananya sakhaya aham evam vidho arjuna jnatum drustum cha tatvena pravishitum cha parantapaha. So he says, my dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I understand as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. See, the Lord is giving. So this is not something which has been concocted. Okay, so the Lord himself is saying. So how can you get into these all things, and then how can you see all this? It is only through bhakti, and then that is how undivided devotional service. So it is ananya bhakti. Okay, if you do that, then you can see. So this is direct glorification of bhakti, right? So this is what we say, right? So difficult. It's not possible by any mental speculation or by studying Vedas and then all, right? Who can learn about him? So all these things it's been given in the purport. Also, you can read this through. Okay. So experienced students of Vedic literature can learn about him in so many ways. Must follow regulative principles of authoritative scriptures, perform penances. Okay. So Prabhupada has written like the fasting on Janmashtamis and Ekadashis and other regulative principles, right? Krishna Krishna consciousness is a benediction to humanity. Lord Chaitanya was called most munificent for freely distributing the charity of love of Godhead, right? So, my dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from contamination of previous activity, is and from mental speculation, who is friendly to every living entity, certainly comes to me. So, who can go to the Lord's abode? The Lord is actually telling who. So, who does pure devotional service free from contamination. So, you should not have a slightest tinge of kama, krodha, lobha, moda, mada, matsarya, right? So, if you have, then you'll be here. Okay. Say even it's not, and then nirvairya, sarva bhuteshu. So he is actually equal to everyone, even to the enemies. So if you have a slightest ego or you have an envy towards the um, your enemies also, right? So then she will not be the suitable candidate. Okay. So here it's been said. So who is engaged in my work? Okay. And then you see, friendly to all living beings. Okay. Free from contamination of furtive acts and mental speculation. He should be free. So he should not have any thing like, so what is in it, right? And then say if the prasadam is there, so our gulab jamun's there, right? So if we have all those things, then so we are a right candidate to be once again be on here, right? So engaged in my devotional service, mat parmo makes me the supreme God, and then he actually has fixed his agenda, and then he knows that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and then whatever he works for the Lord. Anya Bilashita Sunyam. Okay. So he doesn't have any desire for other things other than the service of the Lord. Right? So these are the characteristics of Ananya Bhaktas. If you do this, then your ticket to Golok is ready. Okay. I think that's it. So we covered chapter 11. So thank you for bearing me for 10 more minutes so we could cover it. So any
Thank you so much,
questions?
sir.
Okay. Mataji has shared the attendance link. So you all can actually punch in your attendance. So thank you for your association. Vancha kalpatarobhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnebhyo namo namo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much.